Today I am going to be transforming this barren wasteland into the coolest steampunk base you have ever seen before in Minecraft Hardcore. The first thing that I want to do is make a street this way. This street is finished, now let's build another one of those, this time in the sky. Let me get some, what is it called? Scaffolding. I've placed the schematic in the sky, and I placed a lot of scaffolding. The boat part is now done, apart from the ladders, those go at the very end. Now let's get the wool so that we can start making the rings as well, and then we'll be done. Hopefully this is enough. Our flying boat is now done and is looking awesome. I think it's looking awesome. I just need to close some trapdoors and then we'll move on over here. Check this out, the most satisfying part of the entire thing. Oh, that's so satisfying. What I want to do now is get full netherite for all of my tools. So let's head on into the nether, get into our mine, and now let's start digging. I am finally done collecting these netherite ingots for all of our tools, and it's taken a very long time, but we can finally finish all of our set. And yeah, now we are done with all of our netherite tools. Now I'm gonna put all of my levels to good use and rename our stuff. First of all, we got Pointy Stick, then we have Never Gonna Dig You Up, of course we gotta have Rick Axley, and we all have to have Pick Astley. We also gotta rename the armor, so we got Pumped Up Kicks, we gotta have our underwear, we're gonna have our Bilbo Bag Wings, we're gonna have our tuxedo, of course, and we also have our Brain Bucket. This is a very beautiful moment right here. We got it! We got the Nether Star. We did it! We beat the Wither on day 500! That's perfect! That's so perfect! Beautiful. Beautiful job, guys. Let's do it, guys. Let's go! Bring home the beacon and beaconator. We can power this up with some iron ingot. It's only just fitting. We can get haste too. Oh. Or we can get strength. What do you guys say? I'm gonna get strength and healing. There we go. For our first build. Oh, hello there. Well, I was just playing around. But before we start building, make sure to subscribe, because everyone who subscribes in the next, well, this 2023, will get a pet named after your YouTube username in the hardcore world. So yeah, make sure to do that, and I will name a pet after you. Yeah, now let's continue with the video. I really want to get some mud. Fortunately for us, we have mangrove swamp over here. And look at that sound. Oh my god, that is one satisfying noise. I'm also going to collect the Papa Gold or something like that. For the first time in history, I'm gonna need a lot of wheat, like actual wheat. Because with wheat, we can make the packed mud, and it's gonna be really expensive. This is so incredibly fast. I have collected a good amount of mud bricks. These are really cool blocks, if you ask me. And I'm gonna use them for this build. And now I need some stone. Stone bricks to be precise. I'm also going to need stone as well, the normal stone. Before we start, I would like to add just like some lighting in these streets. Okay, all of this area is now lit up except for those two. That's awesome. Now let us start with this building. That is how big the building is going to be. Why are they so ugly? You know what this is? I hope you do, because you're dead now. That is how tall the base is going to be. It's going to be a pretty big house. I'm looking at it and I'm not too sure if I like the stone. Let us keep building, and if we don't like it, we'll change it later. I am not liking this. This is looking pretty horrible. But steampunk builds are kind of like tall and skinny, but since this is a long and big farm, yeah, it doesn't look good. I'm gonna have to see how I can adapt it. I have done a lot of stuff and fixed it up a little bit. I think it was missing some bricks and it's looking a little bit better. I think I'm gonna end up swapping these dip slate bricks with normal stone bricks. But yeah, let's continue making a tower over here. I haven't made the tower, but I've added more bricks and I think it's looking more steampunk styled. And I'm liking it. Yeah, it's looking much better. The building is now done. I ended up liking it. I added a lot of steampunk decorations, not in the back, which is technically the front, but it looks fine like this, and yeah, it's pretty nice. I want to start with this building now, but I do have to make this big, like humongous, so that the TNT doesn't destroy the walls. Oh, that's gonna be a big problem. I found this pretty cool design and I'm gonna use it, but first we need to move base camp. And base camp gets progressively bigger each time. Around and desert you. Make me cry. Well, I just got the next generation when I was AFKing for my sand farm. I totally forgot about the egg. For now, I'm just gonna place the egg in my storage room. That's a nice place. I'm so poor at this point that I'm having to steal torches from these houses. Thankfully, nobody lives here anymore. I wonder why. Oh, well, there's one guy living in there. The building itself is now done, and it's looking horrible. So bad. I'm just going to build details now, and hopefully, oh my god, that's embarrassing. Hopefully it will look much more steampunky and it will look good, hopefully. I just finished AFKing here and none of my building broke, and yep, I'm done with what am I saying? I am done with, oh god, I am done with the decorations for this place. Check this out. It's looking a little bit better. I did use a lot of wheels and stuff, but it does look more steampunky. It's more of like a upper class steampunk area, I guess. Now I'm just gonna do like this little plaza in here where I placed my beacon, and then we'll see what we can do. But before we start with the plaza build, we gotta get rid of the trees. Well, that is kind of illegal. I don't want to break that. That's not supposed to happen. I have managed to clear out the area where the plaza is going to be, and a little bit more for some buildings that are going to be over here. And now I'm going to the raid farm. This is getting really dicey. This is way too many pillagers for my liking. Okay, I got my bed omen now. Let's go and fix up our tools. Everything's flat. Yep, it's all now flat over here, and it's not looking awesome. I can admit that, but we are going to make it look awesome. First, I do have to extend this area out a little bit again, since I'm gonna make a plaza here, and we want some space for it, so let's do that. I have finished the plaza, and it is looking a little bit better, I think. And yeah, I kind of like that. It's just very simple. The beacon beam is right there, and I like it. It looks like a cog over here, even though it couldn't technically move. Now I'm gonna connect the streets up and then build the last 2 remaining buildings and maybe something back there. I finished all of the streets and it's looking pretty neat. I like it a lot. It doesn't look like much, but it took me a very long while to figure them out. Now let's do the other buildings. I don't know how I'm gonna fit one there. Maybe I'll have to push that back. I've built a tiny building over here next to the plaza. I am probably gonna build one tiny one here, I mean. And this is like the bottom part is supposed to be like a little house, and then a shop, and then above there it's supposed to be like the owner's house. So yeah, I think it's looking good. Actually, I'm not gonna make any buildings over here. There's just gonna be like an open area, I guess. And over here is gonna be 1 or maybe even 2 replicas or like similar ones to this one. I made another building and it is looking much better than this one. I like this one much better. Now let's move on into the streets and then we'll build the last one over there and maybe we'll be done. For the building back here, I'm thinking about making like a cool clock tower, and I think I will add like a little house over here as well, and maybe something back there as well. I just ran out of bricks. That is all we have, which is unfortunate, but we can get more, but I have to get to the raid farm. I am planning on building a better raid farm, but that is probably going to be in the future. This farm is now broken. It's not working. I'm not getting betterment after each time I use it. So I'm just gonna have to go to the outpost every single time I use it. And in the next episode, we're gonna build the Chronos version 3 raid farm. I have Hero of the Village, do not have Bad Omen, but I have not filled my inventory with emeralds. But either way, I am going home now. I've gathered some bricks. I still have a lot of emeralds, but now let's start building this huge clock tower. And I ran out of bricks. I am done with this building and I love it. I absolutely do love this building. It is looking really cool, very steampunky. I did these metal sheets, a bunch of pipes, and I really love it. I made the clock, made a tinier clock, a chimney, and I love it. Now I think I'm gonna add something here, or maybe something back there, and then some streets, and then we'll be done. I've been collecting a bunch of tuff. That took me like half an hour, believe it or not. And what I want to do is over here build like a town hall facing this way. Actually this way. Hopefully it fits. I'm gonna make it pretty big. That's why I collected a lot of tuff, and hopefully it looks pretty good. It is quite laggy, but I have managed to flatten out a pretty big area, including the trees are kind of terraformed. It looks horrible, but it's okay for now. We're gonna start building now. I have finished 2 buildings over here, one over here and one over here. I really like that one. Then I added some roads, and I think it's looking pretty cool. I added campfires under all of the pipes, and we are just going to add 2 more buildings over here and we'll be done. You see, I have a monkey brain. I have been talking into my monitor for the past 2 hours building... Oh, this thing. It is way more modern than other builds, but that is kind of the point. It was built in a different time than these buildings. It's way more modern. It's supposed to be an inn, and I like it. It's pretty nice. Yeah, I like it very much, but I have been talking into my monitor alone, which is pretty weird. I like it. I'm gonna connect it up and then finally build the last one over there. I have managed to finish it, add a road that connects to it. It like fit in perfectly right here, and I love it. And then I added these wheels, looking a little bit more steampunk. Maybe I'll add like pipes like these, but who knows. And now I'm gonna build the final building. I was looking around and I lost absolutely all of my copper, which means I have to use the copper farm, which I hate doing. I have managed to collect almost 3 stacks, which is gonna be more. Oh. Apparently I'm this girl. Okay, that's, who cares. Yeah, I have a bunch of copper, enough for what we're gonna do for the rest of this episode. So I have decided I'm gonna build a cool market over here. It's gonna be steampunk styled, and it's gonna look really cool. I'm done, and I really like this area. It is pretty cool. I got these things connecting, passing energy or whatever. We've got these like tanks and stuff that have been abandoned and taken over by the market. And I love this place. It's full of life. It's full of light as well, and I like it. Now let's finish with some details, some leaves and stuff, and then we'll be done for this episode. I am gonna be building trees, so I got a bunch of bones, and I'm going into the wood farm. I am finally done with this place. I added the leaves, the trees, I've spawn-proofed absolutely everything back here, and I'm loving it. I absolutely love my new base, so yeah, let's head on to the final results. Thank you so much for watching. I had a lot of fun making this video, and if you did too, make sure to subscribe. But if you want to see the last hardcore video, make sure to click the video on the left, and if you want to see the last snapshot video, click on the video on the right. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. The Nightmare, the Night in Your Dreams. I am out.